We will monitor this week what Richie does on approach.
Game
But there's nothing wrong with your doubles at all.
Richie Burnett.
Welcome to Portsmouth and a 13-dart start. Bullseye again for Davidson. This time he finds it. A very good first match this.
Davidson.
Well, with Andy on 250 here, he's got a lot of options. Hit a steady 60 and leave tops. I think tops is the only play that you shouldn't really do here. But he's going to do it anyway.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Richie Burnett.
Typical Richie Burnett, isn't it? And the Prince of Wales announces his arrival at the Super Series with a sensational start. Brilliance by Burnett in defeating Davidson 4-2, but the numbers are sensational. An average for Richie of 105.18, 4 out of 7 on the doubles, including that tops ton checkout.
Weathered the storm. Can he get in front? A very good job. 18 darts, and he's in front for the first time in this match.
Andreas Harrison L8 is making the final, couldn't quite get over the line. Can Killian here? Oh, he can with a couple of doubles. All square, this one goes the distance.
Shane was left back on 158 there, so he should have expected, really, that this one was going to go the distance. And this is where you figure out what kind of player you are. A first 180 of the match for Shane at the start of the last leg. Nice timing.
100.
Is he going to carry on? Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Are you watching, Conor Heenahan? Someone might be about to do what you've done here twice.
Shane, you require 141.
And it is to win the match. The best time to hit a 9 is right now.
Maybe a little bit of a rush of blood to the head there from Shane McGuirk. Got overexcited.
170.
Didn't keep his composure like Jared Cole did last time he was here.
The only person to hit a 9 on this stage
66
this year.
Yeah, the only one in 24, which is exactly what McGuirk wants to win this leg. Can't do it in 10 either. Oh, he's going to bust it, surely.
No score.
He's got the 42 again. This time it was to take him back to double 12. Just get the job done. That's what's going through his mind.
100.
The last thing he needs is to give Killian a chance at that 95. And he doesn't give him a chance. That's a very, very good game under the belt for Arrow, because he could have easily lost that one. But the man with the experience on the stage takes out the debutant, and he joins Richie Burnett on 2 points here in round number 1. That's what we've seen. Steady stuff. We got a couple of maximums from Shane McGuirk, and that's why he was in such command of that last leg. Double top for Jerome. Yeah, that's really good. A 15 darter doubles the lead. He is bouncing around this stage like he owns the place. Remember that Connor Scott, when he played the British Pentathlon recently, he got 4 180s in a row. That's 720 points in a row. This is for 48 and 2-2.
Game shot.
Yeah, well done. He found himself in a bit of a hole. And we are going the distance somewhat comfortably after leg 6. So on the counter-attack, Mioch needs 11 and bull.
26.
In and out.
Jimmy require 39.
You heard the wire first, then the sisal, then you heard the dart hitting the floor.
Well, I think we might see the apology here. Not that he's doing anything wrong by hitting what he's going for, but he knows that Jerome got very, very unlucky at the end of that. Yeah, maybe just clipped the wire, took the momentum out. You will see actually the point of the dart penetrated the middle of the bull, but penetrated is the wrong word. It sort of just touched it and then fell back out, and Jimmy Van Schie ends up capitalising on that real bit of bad fortune from Jerome Mioch. A 4-3 win.
And he require 134.
This one should have been easier, but he might take it on double 7.
120.
Very creative and a very good attempt there from Andy.
Game on the second leg.
Instead,
Shane McGuirk.
it is a 2-0 advantage for McGuirk. Well, total turnaround this could be. McGuirk won the first 2 legs. Davidson's won the last 3.
Andy Davidson.
Oh, brilliant. Gamble paid off, and he wins. And Andy Davidson was good value for that win. He played very well in defeat to Richie Burnett in his opener, and he didn't let losing the first 2 legs here stop him from picking up points. Davidson in the winner's enclosure for the first time on week 4.
Seeing the funny side of that, but he might not be in a second. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Richie. There's nothing wrong with your doubles. You were 4 out of 7 in your first game, and you're 2 from 2 here. He's a hard man to please, isn't he? He's just admiring.
This is absolutely irresistible from Richie Burnett.
On the third leg.
If he plays like this all week, then it's going to be an incredible performance to beat him. Never mind stop him taking the title.
Game on the fifth leg.
Van Schie finds a double. Burnett, though, has the darts now to get the job done for what would be a second successive 4-2 win. And that's what he does. It's a perfect start from Richie Burnett on his Super Series debut. 2 games played, 2 games won, both of them by a 2-leg margin. And Burnett has been brilliant so far. Again, his opponent played well against him, a 95 average from Van Schie, but bettered by Burnett, 97.59, and the finishing absolutely on point once again. 4 out of 6 this time, even improving on the 40% from the previous game. Beaten in a last leg decider in his opener against Shane McGuirk. Goes to an unnatural position for him. And he does find it, but I have to say, each time he has moved into that central position, the darts have gone to the right of target, haven't they?
Double 10. That is so classy. And if that's what you're going to do most of the week, just stay classy, Jerome.
You need grip on the exterior of the point.
Game on the fifth
That
leg.
does grip the double.
Jerome Mioch.
A nice little reaction from Mioch as well.
And if he hits it, everything to do with game number 3 will be forgotten.
And he nails it.
Shot on the match. Jerome Mioch.
A 4-2 win for Jerome Mioch. Putting the demons to bed as quickly as possible. He could have beaten Van Schie. He has beaten McCormack, and he picks up some points. And in doing so, he leaves Killian as the only player without any in this ultra competitive group. And 2 of those really exciting talents are going head-to-head next as Andy Davidson takes on Jimmy Van Schie.
But double 16 for Jimmy
Game
gives him a 1-0 lead. A double top to him probably feels like double 3 to most of us. He's throwing down at tops.
Game
but throwing in.
Jimmy Van Schie.
And this is a good performance. Andy Davidson is averaging over 100 and losing 3-1. And
60.
one thing that didn't escape us was the fact that Jerome Mioch was 4 out of 4 on doubles in that win over Killian McCormack.
180.
50% from Jimmy is enough at this stage, but it may just improve.
100.
I just get the feeling that Davidson is starting to believe how difficult this group is. His averages so far, 98, 93, and this is 99. And he might just walk away with 2 points from a possible 6.
96.
Mesmeric stuff from Van Schie.
71.
Filling it up.
This is by far the best he's ever thrown on a Monday here.
Jimmy require 110.
By far.
Is it going to result in a result?
86, and he require 145.
Perfectly placed. And he will return with 3 darts in hand at double 12.
60. Jimmy require 24.
And I expect him to hit this. And he does hit it. And he is better than 50% on the doubles.
Jimmy Van Schie.
That was an excellent performance from the big lad. Nearly a 99 average. And Andy Davidson is maybe going to be one of those players that people play well against all week. We saw that last Monday, didn't we, from Rhys Robinson? He was averaging 100 and more after 3 rounds and didn't have any points.
Not finding their top level in this game.
Game shot on the third leg.
But McGuirk does find double 5. Mioch. Goes tops. No need to, but
shot on the fifth leg.
he pulled it off perfectly.
But Mioch is in position to take us the distance. And he does just that with a wonderful out.
Mioch.
Turns out 5 visits is enough to win the match. Worked very, very hard for that. And you can see how much it means to him. I think that is a direct result of what happened in game 1 against Jimmy Van Schie. That bullseye that fell out really hurt him. But since then, he has been excellent. Oh no. The despair of the Prince of Wales. What have you done, Richie? You've cost yourself a dart at the bull, that's what.
The
84.
melodrama is
16.
just so good to watch.
If you think that's good, tune in all week, you'll see better than that.
Still reacting in the background there. Did he just miss a big number, or did someone phone in with some bad news?
8.
Well, the good thing is, that's good news.
You require 40.
Because the missed single might not have cost him the leg.
Just not quite as sharp as the first 2 games yet. But it doesn't matter. He does win the leg.
Richie
rather
Burnett.
apologetically.
Some of his reactions in Southampton were legendary.
Second leg, it's Killian to throw first.
Could be 2-1 down.
Stays on the 60 and masters that one.
Game
And
shot
hits the
on
96
third
as
leg.
well. Old
Richie
school,
Burnett.
but brilliant.
There's a 17-point
It's
disparity
Killian to throw first.
in the averages here.
Game
It's
on.
McCormack.
Maybe the biggest mistake he's made today. That's
Game
not a
shot on the
mistake.
fifth leg. Killian McCormack.
He's had more darts at a double in this match than Burnett,
Sixth
but
leg,
he's
it's
still
Killian
behind.
to throw first.
Now, is Richie tying a
Game
shoelace
on.
there with one hand? Now, if he can do that, he's a genius.
If he a deciding leg. We will await Richie's reaction should this dart go in.
Game shot on the sixth
It does
leg.
go in.
Killian McCormack.
And again, he fist pumps, and Richie would have seen that.
Seventh and final leg. It's
He does have the
Richie to
darts.
throw first.
Not
Game
sure he
on.
wanted to engage with that.
I think, if we look at it slightly differently, he knows how well he's playing. And if he misses a segment,
180.
he doesn't like it. And he doesn't like that 180, I assure you of that.
Oh, having a little conversation now. Here we go. Well, the referee Owen Binks might have to step in here. Richie taking exception to the celebration. To be honest, I thought it was quite muted. He didn't make any noise. It was just a normal 180 celebration.
You require 81.
I think that Richie's more bothered about his own performance than what Killian's doing here.
I'd have to agree.
But has he now bothered him?
If he takes out the rest of this, it'll be a fascinating end to what has been a really interesting Monday morning.
Richie require 161.
161. And I think we might get a reaction from Richie then. It's on. It's on. And it was almost in. Well, what a way that would have been to win it.
Killian, you require 40.
Seriously, that would have been one heck of a finish. But this is to get his first win on the Modus Super Series stage against a former world champ.
Very difficult. And he can't find a way. And Burnett will now come back.
Richie required 25.
To maintain an unbeaten start. Hasn't been the best performance. But there's been drama. And it's Burnett who delivers.
Richie Burnett.
A 4-3 win for Burnett. A little bit of a debrief. He's saying it's in his own head, I think he's saying. He's kind of apologises there. All is well in the end as Richie Burnett carries on his winning start here at the Modus Super Series. The debrief continues, but it's a 4-3 win for Burnett at the end of the day, and that sees him stay top of the table on 6 points.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I'll read some out in the next leg. This is a interesting route. I don't think he meant it, did he? Double 19.
Game shot in the first leg.
That'll work.
Shane McGuirk.
Most of the time there's been a feeling. Not necessarily words in the game. I've not had words with someone during a match.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
This one's all square.
Jimmy Van
and Jimmy
Schie.
Van Schie is rather brilliant at the minute. That's a 15-darter. 36 from 64 is impossible.
Game
That's
shot in
wonderfully
the
done
fifth
from
leg.
Shane.
Shane
That's a break
McGuirk.
of throw.
Double 4. Found by
Game
McGuirk,
shot and
who gets the
match.
win against
Shane
Big Jimmy.
McGuirk.
Van Schie goes down 4-2. McGuirk arrows on with a second win of the first day of Group A. Good stuff from him. Both players played well there. 93.31.
4-3 loss.
Game shot in the
But he's
second
2-0
leg.
down in this one.
Andy Davidson.
Can he take the whole thing? In 3?
Game
It's wonderful.
shot in the fourth leg.
More proof that Andy
Andy
Davidson is a
Davidson.
special talent.
And he requires
And the game
67.
might be up again for Killian. Really interesting. But really good.
Game shot and
He has got his own
match.
ways sometimes.
Andy Davidson.
But Andy Davidson is here to upset a lot of people this week on the dartboard. He is a very, very good player with 4 points in the bank. And he might even make it 6 if he beats Jerome Mioch in the last game of the session.
Treble 19 for double 16. 20 leaves the bull. That leaves double 5.
Game
Burnett
shot
breaks.
in the third leg. Richie Burnett.
That's a brilliant visit. Could be a big turning point, this one. That one's just flattened out a little bit.
37. Jody
Give
required
himself the
40.
full Richard.
Richie required
They know
20.
exactly how key this leg can be in best of 7. Double 10 has been an ally today for the man from Wales. But not this
No
time.
Score. Jerome required 10. Game shot on the
And
fifth
that will
leg.
make Mioch
Jerome
feel a lot
Mioch.
better. Is Out of the question.
65.
And now Burnett's
47.
unbeaten record is under threat. It's double 16 to defeat him for the first time.
15.
Burnett breathes again.
Richie require 48.
Over the top to take us the distance. That is a wonderful shot.
Richie Burnett.
He may not lose today to try and take the pressure off his lower back.
That might be a better dart for the 60 finish. That is an excellent guide. And that is another win for Richie Burnett. I'm not sure he knows quite how he's done it. Mioch had him where he wanted him, but Burnett made that experience count, found that quality at the right time. It's taken it out of him, Richie Burnett. Winning is tough work. One more, he says. Just one more. That's what he would need for a perfect day here at the Super Series. So far, Richie remains unbeaten after that 4-3 win against second place Jerome Mioch. Richie not only remains top, but he's opened up a bit of a gap going into our final three fixtures, which start after the break with Killian McCormack against Jimmy Van Schie.
I see what you did there again. Ending on a high. Well, he has got his head in the clouds. He's also got himself a very good first day. He's going to finish on 6 points. His leg difference will be positive, and that's one of the best starts to a week he's ever had. He's going to be chasing Richie Burnett come what may, but that's a really good end to his first day of this campaign in week number 4. 67% on the doubles pretty much.
Shane, you require 32.
And this is for a break of throw as well, and I think that's the despair of Burnett in the background. He knows that he threw first. It's very much game on now.
Third leg. Shane McGuirk.
Pick your route, get it hit, walk away and smile.
Double 18. And there it is. Burnett is brilliant on day one at the Super Series. The first visit to Portsmouth, and it is perfect from Richie Burnett. He might have found it tough going, but he has won every single one of the 5 matches he's played. Exits the stage without being beaten, and he doesn't quite exit the stage just yet, but he does win once again. 4-1 over Shane McGuirk. Again, the finishing got him through. That was the bit he said he was struggling with when we spoke to him. I can say purely as an observer is that it's only happening to him. Therefore, you would think it's the throw or the darts rather than a problem with the board.
Well, imagine how he feels right now. He's just had 2 darts on the deck, and then Andy's put in a maximum.
You mentioned the angle of entry. That means any little flick against the wire and it's just not penetrating, is it?
Correct.
59. And he requires 72.
Davidson may rub more salt into the wound here.
Game shot on the third
Well,
leg.
do you know what? I think
Andy
there's method
Davidson.
in that from Andy Davidson. Many might think that's a little bit...
To take it to 3-2. 1 dart for the match.
31.
And it might be the only one he gets. Mioch is in. No hesitation, and it's going all the way in no time at all. When he was beating McGuirk 4-3. Just imagine how much this is going to mean to him if he can get it done. If he can get it done. And he's going to have to do it with a ton plus checkout.
What an end. What an effort by both players. But maybe the maximum
56.
from Davidson was the
Requires
perfect
40.
pressure pilot. It proves to be the case. Well, that was explosive at the end of the encounter, at the end of the session. A 13-darter sees Davidson deny Mioch. He'd started that leg with a 180. Davidson hit one in the penultimate visit to tee up tops, which he hit for the 4-3 win.